We are back now with a deeper dive into what many believe is a racial divide in the city of Portsmouth.
Oh, we started looking into this after the dismissal of the police chief. Tanya Chapman told Andy Fox exclusively about what she says is systemic racism within the department. Since then, we've learned it may go well beyond police. Tonight, Andy takes a look at the bigger picture problem.
I was forced to resign.
In her only interview, former Portsmouth Police Chief Tanya Chapman blames Fraternal Order of Police influence over city manager Lydia Pettis-Patton.
They did not want to take direction from me because I'm not a white male.
We confronted Patton about that.
In the statement, you're saying it's because she lost the confidence of upper-level management. That's the FOP she's talking about.
Chapman was given no specifics, and that forced resignation opens old, festering racial wounds. The FBI now investigating.
I know they're looking at any possible civil rights violations, corruption.
There is absolutely a racial divide in Portsmouth, and it has gotten to, I think, a tipping point.
Longtime civil rights activist, State Senator Louise Lucas, so enraged, she sent this letter you are now seeing for the first time to the U.S. Department of Justice to internally investigate the Portsmouth Police Department.
And I'm hoping that that will carry over to the administration.
Lucas argues the major issue leading to Portsmouth's racial divide is the dismantling of black leadership like Tanya Chapman, and the NAACP agrees.
These are direct approaches to try to dismantle black leadership.
The NAACP's James Boyd points to former Mayor Kenny Wright, who has said he was wrongly charged in 2016 by political enemy Sheriff Bill Watson for felony eluding over an expired inspection sticker. The charge later dropped, but damage done, and Wright lost re-election to current Mayor John Rowe. Is Portsmouth suffering from a racial divide?
I don't agree with that statement. I don't see that at the street level. I don't see it at the community level.
Black folks are oftentimes puppet for the people who are really in charge.
Lucas calls Patton a puppet to white city council and the FOP. Former Councilman Mark Whitaker, investigated by Bill Watson, then convicted of 3 felonies, he is now appealing.
Whenever persons try to change the status quo, they are met with prosecution, terminations, with resistance.
Whitaker points to former Portsmouth Fire Chief Dwayne Bonnet, who Whitaker says resigned after attempting to change the culture of the fire department. Bonnet, through his wife, had no comment.
The biasness, abuse of power, I can definitely see those things happening.
City Auditor Andre Thomas, in his only interview, who won a defamation lawsuit against Councilwoman Elizabeth Simas and settled another one against Councilman Bill Moody for a total of $300,000, says Portsmouth has a gotcha political culture.
Portsmouth would not get out of this gotcha mentality, that they're always trying to look for the guy to blame, and it put a fearful environment in place.
The current FOP would not comment for this report, but during the 1980s, G.A. Brown was president of the Portsmouth FOP.
I've seen an increase in minorities on the police department, but do I think that it has gotten better? No.
In the end, Patton's statement claims Chapman made great strides to improve community relations, further diversify our police force, and make our neighborhoods safe. Chapman supporters argue this is a successful police chief, unless the NAACP says Chapman got in the way.
Right now, we think that there is a racial warfare going on in that city, that we believe there's a deep-seated system of racism there, and we're hell-bent on destroying it.
Tanya Chapman's been told all of the disciplinary actions she brought against officers have been reversed by the interim chief, Angela Green, who refused to comment for this report. A Chapman lawsuit is now under consideration. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.